how to add a Google Ads account and start making campaigns for your advertisement effort in Google services. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you how can you make a Google Ads account and start your first campaign for your business in Google services, especially YouTube. And I'm going to tell you why this is very powerful if you have a YouTube channel. So the first step here is to open ads.google.com on your browser. And when you're in the website, you click start now. But before we get into this, I'm going to take note here that you do need to have your Google account signed in your web browser in order for this to work, because if you want to use one of the Google services like ads.google.com, of course you must have your Google account. So I'm going to click start now, but this will take me to the login page because I have actually made a Google Ads account. If you haven't, that's all right. In your case, you might be asked to log in with your Google account, and you will be asked about your business, the title, the segment, what market you're in, the type of audience maybe, and most importantly, your billing information, in which you can skip all if you are only looking to check out the Google Ads. So it won't be too much of a difference in the setting up of the Google Ads itself. We're going to focus on the functionality of it. Okay, I'm going to click start now, and I'm going to pause until I'm in my Google Ads account dashboard. See you. Okay, I'm prompted to select my Google Ads account here. If you haven't had a Google Ads account, you shouldn't see this, but if you have, just choose the one that you want to use for your first campaign. Okay, now we're in Google Ads dashboard. Now, as you can see, it is quite complete. You can see all your ads informations from this dashboard. We will not be focusing on the Google Ads dashboard itself. We'll be focusing on creating your advertisement campaign. So let's go ahead and click create on the top left menu, the big plus sign over there, and click campaign. And as you can see, you have a few options here. The first question being asked by Google is your objective of your campaign. Do you want to create sales? Do you want to create leads? Do you want to create traffic, promotion, uh, local store visits, and promotions? This is particularly useful if you want to have if you have a local business, uh, awareness and consideration, and etc. Now, for a YouTube account, I'm assuming that you either sell a product or you have a website for your organization maybe. So in that case, you might want to choose either the sales, the leads, the traffic, or awareness. I think that is the most fitting one. Now, for this example, I'm just going to assume that I have a YouTube account for my company which sells products directly. So I want sales for this campaign. And for sales, Google has actually made a recommended conversion, like the packages, as you can see here, a campaign type you can see. Now, I think sales is more advanced. We will be diving deeper into that later. Now, use these conversion goals to improve sales. Let's just skip it because I do have conversion goals in my Google Ads account, but it is not relevant to my current advertisement campaign that I want to make. So let's click continue. All right, so the campaign type. Now, as you can see, this is a huge. You can only you can display your advertisement only on Google search, Google Shopping, on a YouTube video display, or demand gen. Now, the demand gen is for like driving demands and conversions via YouTube and Gmail. But if you're feeling extra performance, then you might want to consider the Performance Max here, because this campaign type pretty much will put all your advertisement in all of the possible platforms that your potential customer will visit. As you can see, it will appear on Google search, on YouTube, on display, on email, on maps, and etc. Okay, now I'm going to change my campaign name here. So for example, your campaign might be like first ad. I'm just going to call this uh, sales upgrade, for example. Okay, so once we've chosen our campaign type and campaign name, let's click continue. Okay, now the next part will be the most exciting but also the most time consuming part of our campaign setup. So the bidding, now I want to focus on conversions, of course. Just the conversions. You can choose for the conversions value. And you can choose whether or not you want to optimize campaign for acquiring new customers. I am going to leave everything as is at this point and continue to the next options, which is locations. So the location, you can either choose your home country only, or if you ship and sell worldwide, you can also click all countries and territories. Or if you're a small business and maybe you wanna only cater to the local needs, you can click this enter another location menu over here. In my case, I'm going to sell my product worldwide, so I'm gonna choose all countries and territories. So for the languages, you can also add English. Now, I recommend adding the major languages like Chinese, German, and Spanish maybe. So those are all the major languages there is in the world. Maybe you can also add Hindi if you want. But languages, I feel like it is important to drive up the exposure. Now you can opt for automatically created assets. I do want Google to create an automatically created assets for me. I think it's only helping my campaign to perform better. Okay, so let's now click next. Let's just run through all of this quickly. Now, this is your asset group. So the asset group is basically like the point of your advertisement. This is the brain, the heart of your advertisement. That this is the template, basically a template that Google will modify and adapt across all platforms that it will be displayed at. So let's say, for example, my asset group name. Okay, let's just leave it. You know what? Let's just leave it. Now you do need to fill in all of the menus that are labeled required. So let's go ahead and start doing that. So the final URL, I want the final URL to be my Shopify product page. So there you go. HTTPS. You have to also add images and logos. Let's add images. Now, if you haven't already, you can find free stock images for you to use in your asset group. You have to also add your logo, I believe, and for that I have already added my logo design. There you go. I've chosen my logo. And I want to also add, I want to skip video for now, but let's do the headline here because it's very important. Now the headline maybe like, well, since I want to sell my product, let's say I want to sell catalytic converter, or you know what, best in class. Oh yeah, best catalytic converter may be working. Let's say suitable for all cars, and required is especially old BMWs maybe. Okay, now these headlines will be adapted by Google depending on the platform, as you can see here. Now, after we fill in the headline, we need to fill in the long headline for other advertisement streams. So let's say best in class catalytic converter. Let's say. Okay, so the long headlines will maybe used in YouTube, as you can see, or Gmail, where they have more screen real estate. Now the descriptions, this is important because it's required. So let's just add a short description of our product, a new technology in catalytic converter. Now on the second description, let's say newest and greatest CatConf. All right. Now you can review your ad strength over here. Google is actually smart enough to tell you how strong your ad is and how solid it is, how exciting it is, and how interesting it is for your specific target market. So you might want to play with these settings here until Google feels like it's strong. It's a strong advertisement. Okay, so the business name, I have already have it entered, but you haven't already, just type it in. Now, I believe that's all of the required parameters that you have to fill in. Now, next is the signals. Okay, so signals provide valuable information about the people you want to reach. They help guide who sees your ads on Google search, YouTube, and more. So this is pretty much like the signal words that you want to see, that you want Google to see and look for in a person's search history, and you want to add that, and you want Google to display your ad to them. So let's say, for example, I want to add a car signal. So people who have searched for cars will be shown my advertisement. So that is one of the example. You can add up to 25 if you want. I think this is a very good optimization for your advertisement. So I think you really need to add you really need to use all 25 of them to make sure that you can profile your target market better. Now, I believe we don't have to add this for now, but if you have a Google Analytics, I think it can help in this area. Okay, so let's click next for now. And the budget, let's put in the budget at 1,000, for example. Okay, so let's click next. And when you're in the summary, Google will check for errors in your advertisement, and if there's any, Google will ask you to fix it first before you can publish your campaign. So for example, here I have no problems for my campaign. I can see the brief summary of my campaign in this summary tab. I'll just go ahead and click publish. And it will take a few seconds, but when we do, we should have a ads campaign that you can launch. But well, as you can see, I haven't added my billing information. That is why my ads campaign cannot be started. But if you have added your billing information, you should be able to receive deals that Google has explained to you on the very, very beginning of this video. Okay, so that is all for me. This is how you can add a Google advertisement and set up your campaign. Thank you.